just put him a 20-yard pin because he's what, 20 yards?
Yeah, he's about 20 yards.
Dude, I was just like, look up and am I seeing what I see right there?
Yeah. That was insane.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
Put this thing on. Why can't I figure this thing out? Here going, I just thought I had the hood. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, so interesting hunt again. There's a buck in here that I'm after. He's a big 8. He's got like a weird funky extra point kind of coming off on the bottom. He's big. He's mature. I don't even know what he score. I don't care. Like he's like fully mature. We've been hunting. We've sat on this property now. How many times? Twice on this whole property, I think. Trying to figure this buck out. The other day I took the Spy Point Flex and I actually moved it over here on a field that they did not cut because it definitely changed the habits of the deer when they cut these hay fields out, and moved it over to a tree over here that was dropping pretty good acorns and instantly had does and daylight. Well, the other night he showed up and I said, all right, it was like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, he's got to be pretty close in that area. I mean, there's about a 9-acre pocket in here that he could really kind of hang out in. We've got, I mean, there's some hardcore pinch point going on here. And so what we're going to end up doing tonight, this evening, is this afternoon. It's the hottest part of the day. Today was around 2. He moved at like 2:45, no, 2:15, 2:14-ish. Came out, hit on the acorn tree for 30 minutes, was in there. So we're going to literally hunt our way in there. There's kind of an island of trees. Don't know how far it is away from where my camera is set up, where that buck fed for 30 minutes. If he spent 30 minutes in there, he knows that's a hot spot. He knows there's food there. I imagine he's going to come back this evening. We got a strong east wind, which ain't great to hunt from the island, but it's not bad. And I feel if it's too intrusive to try to slip around and play that east wind to our benefit and get on the backside, then we're just going to sit in the island. But if we can get around, we're going to sit there. We're going to get down in this draw. It's a super steep draw, but the deer are coming up out of it. And it could be close. I mean, it could be 20 yards or less on the ground with a bow. So I'm putting the little kind of leafy ghillie suit on, break me up a little bit. We're gonna hide out up there and see what happens. This is a big buck, and I'm excited. And we have moved these cameras around to where we know his home core range right now. He's in this area. The odds of him coming by this evening have drastically increased. So feel pretty good about it this evening. We'll see what happens. Literally going to be ready to shoot him walking in case we bump him up.
Yep, I'll be ready.
I hope that that's not the case, but if so, I hope we can throw off a shot. Wind looks to be pretty perfect. It's ideal for us, so you can tell how tall this grass is. Little island of trees right here. We're gonna try to slip up to it and see what we can see. He might run us over in this stuff. All that, I just heard.
I couldn't see good enough.
That was him. Oh my gosh. Good thing is we probably just spooked the fire out if I missed. I just put him a 20-yard pin because he's what, 20 yards?
Yeah, he's about 20 yards.
Dude, I was just like, look up and am I seeing what I see right there?
Yeah. That was insane.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to say that a lot. bedded right here. Just walk through there. I heard it hit. But I don't know if I hit him. Right. I was right there. So straight away from you, from me. What's behind the hay bales? Like corner of the hay bale?
Just to the left of the hay bales.
Okay. You can tell how much of a jungle it was probably looking at me over there.
Couldn't hardly see you.
I could see his antlers, his neck, and right down into his body. And I was like, I know where to put it. But like I said, all I heard is pop, 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 pop before it even got to him.
The video kind of sounds like a thwack, but I don't know.
I mean, it could have tucked up in this hay crap. Oh, here's the living nut. It's in line right here. You see it? Yeah. There's not an ounce of blood on that thing. It probably deployed going through that grass, and who knows what it caught. Yeah, there's nothing. But yeah, he's maybe right at 20 or just under 20. I felt really good. Followed his neck. I could see where it goes down into his body. Using expandables, and I think, I mean, we're in this Johnson grass in here, and I think it just hit Johnson grass. I mean, this stuff's stemmy, and it's hard. It's just like small trees in here. I'm sure it hit them and deployed it, and these things are still razor sharp. There's not, I mean, there's hardly any nicks on those things, but there's clearly nothing on that arrow. I mean, frustrating. We know where he's at, and he ran off completely unscathed, so not a bad shot or nothing.
Yeah, at least you didn't wound him.
Yeah. We're gonna treat this, because he had no clue, like, what was going on there.
He was still bedded, obviously.
Let's treat this like a bump and hunt. We've not been loud. We've not walked all over this place. He just took off straight down to where we know that he's got his home course. So let's just do something crazy, slip back around where I kind of want to go in and see if he just doesn't make an appearance and shows back up. So dang it. I mean, he's been in here. His buck bed's there. Got these buck piles of poop up here on this hay. At least I get to reuse the thorn broadhead. It's got grass and dirt and everything in it. Alright guys, just got back to the vehicle. We are going to head to the house, review the footage on a Mac so we can actually see exactly how this went down, and we'll see you there. Okay, so we are back at the house now. Got changed a little bit, haven't cleaned off my face paint. You did. And what we're going to do now is I want to take a look at this and see exactly what happened. What I think happened is just there was too much Johnson grass in there, and it's basically like small trees. It's so hard and thick this time of year. So I think it hit him and just slowed it, because instantly I could hear it just whacking through the Johnson grass the whole way there. So let's take a look at this. So literally, he just got lucky and he was just filming anyway. But then he saw me like draw back and he's like, is he for real right now? I think it's what he's probably thinking. Well, I didn't know that I was getting stared, like my soul was getting stared into by this buck here. So let's take a look. Yeah. Oh, I was looking in the wrong spot. Okay. Yeah. So he's right here. Mm-hmm.
Still can't
yeah, it's hard to. It is super hard to see. We downloaded it on our phone while we were out there sitting there. We ended up having a couple does come in. It was pretty cool this evening. We're at 20 yards, but Oh yeah, you can see that's his head right there. You can see his rack.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
You can't zoom in.
oh, we can't zoom in on this one. Okay.
There's your arrow.
There's the arrow, and let's see, it's instantly touching grass right there. You can see a trail that the arrow is like as it's touching the grass all the way through it. And I think it just slowed it down so substantially. Yeah, that's his head.
Huge.
Oh, he's big.
Yeah, he's big.
I mean, the grass is so tall that we're kind of on a hill there, and he still can't even see that buck as he's like bounding off.
Right.
You can't even see his antlers from your vantage point.
But yeah, that is his head.
100%, yeah. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Yep, I mean, he's turned the way I thought. I mean, I could see, you can see his neck right there, and I had a better view than you even did. And it miss, just turns and gets out of dodge. So, well, that's how that goes.
Oh man,
it was a fun hunt, regardless. We have only hunted 4 times, and we've had deer encounters every time. We've already had buck encounters after buck encounters, which is phenomenal. We are trying to just go off of MRI and be a little bit more aggressive. So I'm usually going to a tree stand, but I love hunting from the ground. I've killed a ton of deer from the ground. So we're trying to base MRI and find the MRI, go in there and just be aggressive, but hunt smart. So we were hunting with the wind in there. We knew that buck could be in there in that vicinity, bedded up. And so I was hunting my way in. I already had an arrow knocked, and I already had my...
I was ready to film.
Yeah, we were ready to go. We knew that was a possibility. So we're going to stay after it. We're just going to keep getting that most recent information, and we're going to stay consistent. It is not like great like hunting right now as far as weather-wise. It's super dry. It is a little warm. It's supposed to get even warmer this next week, but we're going to stay after it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos and these, and my weird dog, these videos, and staying up to date as much as we can keep you guys up to date. We're going to keep doing that. If you guys are enjoying this, whether we're killing or not killing, comment down below. Make sure you give a thumbs up. Make sure you go subscribe. We need to make everybody go subscribe because we're getting a ton of views, not a lot of new subscribers. So that helps us out, guys. Until next time, have a better than average day.
Won't you tickle